much as I wish that My Adventures with Superman was about my personal adventures with Supes, getting to talk to the stars about their adventures bringing the show to life is the next best thing. Joining me now, the voices of Lois, Jimmy, and Kara, Alice Lee, Ishmael Saheed, and Kiana Madeira. And in addition to that, we also have executive producer Brendan Clawher. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to have you and to chat about the show. So first and foremost, I really just want to know how you have felt like you've come into your own with these characters that have such long, storied history.
I think for me, since the beginning, I've just tried to bring my own flavor to it and like trust my intuition in terms of what I think Lois would sound like and what she'd be like. And then finally, now that we're like 2 seasons in and we're starting to record the 3rd season, I feel like I've definitely found her now way more. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I know Lois. But it's been an amazing journey getting to know her. The writers wrote her so amazingly, and it's an honor and privilege to be voicing her, truly.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I came in midway through season 2, so I'm still quite new, but I think it's a testament to the writing. Like, all of the characters, we have such great arcs, so I think it's easier to find ourselves just through kind of doing the work and recording each episode and seeing where the character takes us. I'm excited to see where Kara is headed in season 3 and to get to know her even more. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Jimmy is such a big, he's so different from who I was. So it was a lot easier for me just to like let go and kind of like discover, kind of like if I was a little kid, how would I act in different situations. So been a snowball effect ever since.
With the existence of Vicky Vale in this universe, could we one day see Batman?
No.
Period.
You know what? You gave me a straight answer, which is way more than I thought I was going to get, so you crushed it.
We love Batman. If we get way more seasons beyond 3, question mark.
With these characters who have been around for so long, and again, you know, what makes My Adventures with Superman so unique is it feels new and fresh in a story that has been around for 80 plus years at this point. So, in that history, which Superman have you personally related to most?
I mean, I've watched Smallville when I was growing up. That was like the CW days, so I feel like I can relate. I don't know about relating to him, but I've watched him and loved him.
Our
the
generation,
most.
Superman, same.
Yeah.
And you know what? Tom Welling does not get enough love.
I know,
He doesn't!
Yeah.
Well, I really liked the Justice League version of Superman.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought like that was a really good depiction of him.
Christopher Reeves, because he's awkward, but he's kind, and when he needs to spring into action, he does not hesitate to save Lois Lane.
Two of you have been around from the beginning. You've gotten a season in your belt. What has been your favorite scene as your character so far?
I would say the one that's been coming up to mind is the one where Kara gets caught by Clark, and when he finds the photo of Jimmy Flamebird in her like Earth memorabilia, and they have this like classic cousin moment arguing over it, and she's like, "No, give it back," and he's like, "Ooh," like teasing her. I thought that was really like cute and wholesome, and the first time we really see them in that like cousin dynamic vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine is when Lois keeps going back to Krypton to save Superman.
Yeah.
And she says this line, which I love is not for cowards. And I just feel like that line is so deep and it's true. And just her hyping Clark back, or like Superman back. Like, I just think, yeah, that was one of my faves.
Yeah, her dynamic of just like smacking him upside the head is truly just like
Yeah, he
very
needed it.
important to the
Yeah.
sense of, like the core of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a scene where they go on a spaceship. Was it? How do you pronounce it? Mixel?
Oh, Mr. Mixie.
Yes.
Mixie for short?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mixie. And Jimmy sees like all the different versions of Lois Lane, but then he sees like the female version of Jimmy, and like she's kind of just like him in a way. So I thought that was pretty cool. So.
What about you? I know you're not voicing anybody in the show, but like what's been the scene that stood out to you the most?
Honestly, the one Alice likes. Like, I will say in my daily life, love is not for cowards now because of that scene. It's amazing. And so Jake wrote. Jake Wyatt, my other EPs.
So now that we know that season 3 is for sure happening, obviously no spoilers, but what can all of you tease for the upcoming season?
Yeah, what can all of you tease for the upcoming season?
I think we already said it. You can expect Superboy.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's a
Yeah.
big one. That's a big one.
and more villains.
Yeah.
Can't say who, but more
We
villains.
do love our big bads.
Yes.
Someone loses their hair.
And more love, potentially.
Yeah. Potentially.
Will they? Won't they?
Well, yeah, we'll have to find out. We don't know.
I feel like we have to zoom in on the look that the two of you just shared later.
We also like the 90s comics. Take that for what you will.
Take that as you
Yeah.
will. You know, they were classics.
Yeah.
We, love how much that ties into all of this, where you get the classic moments, but you get the new stylization. Is there a DC character that any of you think could benefit from this sort of stylized treatment the most? Outside of Soups, obviously.
All of them. Every single one.
Yeah.
Amen.
Guys, do you have one?
I would like to see a Green Arrow and the character that like she screams.
Black Canary?
Black Canary, yes. I would like to see
Yeah.
That would
that.
be good.
Guys, that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for joining us. We cannot wait for My Adventures with Superman Season 3. And for everybody else at home, stick with IGN for more Comic-Con coverage.